been great pleasure. Been sitting outside, being really patient as well for me. So thank you for that. Lucy Chipperfield from YourThurrock.com. Welcome along to Gateway FM. How you doing?
Here. Thank you very much for inviting us.
So it's busy out in the Eastgate Shopping Centre at the moment, isn't it?
Nice and sunny Saturday in Basildon. Everyone's very happy. I'm quite happy.
Good stuff, got a big smile on your face. Ever done radio before because you're involved with media?
Yeah, no, never have. I'm liking the headphone and microphone. I might get one for a while.
Normally, when we have the female guests in, they normally say, I'm not putting headphones on. I'm not putting headphones on. It's going to mess my hair up.
Straight away.
As you can see, we're being filmed as well here. You can see that it never messes my hair up whatsoever.
No, it doesn't.
So welcome along to Gateway FM. Thanks for spending time with us this afternoon. Of course, you're part of YourThurrock.com. Just for anyone that's sort of basically never sort of visited the website, they've been on another planet because it has absolutely grown over the last couple of years. Tell me all about YourThurrock.com, what it is, what it offers.
Oh, well, YourThurrock.com is like an interactive, it's like a fresh, innovative way to publicise the news that's happening in Thurrock. We started on the 1st of September last year, and since then it's grown from strength to strength. We've been going across Thurrock, finding all the hidden treasures of like clubs and schools and everything that's going on. And it's not until you get like, you go and film these places, you realise how much is happening in Thurrock. It's full to the brim of entertainment and quality, like people getting involved and stuff.
It's a really good idea because it's quite new, isn't it? Because basically the news features are represented in a way as a video, which is a little bit different. I know sort of the BBC and a lot of the online media sort of websites are starting to offer more and more video, but this is purely video, isn't it, all the time, so I think so. Just take me through some of the areas, some of the projects that you get involved with.
Oh, well, normally I get given the quirky stuff, so I get going to all of the spiritual places and like Disney concerts.
Have you got any stories you can share with us?
Well, I did do a 13-mile bike-a-thon last weekend for the Leukemia Research, and I got told to film it, so I did. And I got a bubble machine on my bike, and we sort of filmed our way around there, and then also did a Snowdonia story where I climbed Mount Snowdon with these two men that were doing a 3-peak challenge weekend.
So you get to travel a little bit, and you get involved in something. So, excellent stuff. Like, tell us a little bit about yourself, because you've been involved. I spoke to Michael Casey, he's the boss of YourThurrock.com, but there's a number of other people involved. You've got Sylvia Kent, who's one of the local writers. Love Sylvia to be, she's involved. You've got a number of heads at YourThurrock.com, but how did you get involved? How did you find out about it?
Oh, well, I finished university last year, and then I picked up volunteering with the Be Involved scheme. And then I met Michael Casey on one of my volunteering placements, and then he told me to write a blog about why I didn't like cling film. And since then, I just
Sorry?
Yeah, no, I don't like cling film. It's not.
Is that you genuinely don't like cling film?
I don't like cling film. It clings to everything except the thing you want it to cling to.
If you're listening at the moment, we have a few issues going on, and we can be back very shortly. So you don't like cling film?
No, everyone should revert to tin foil. That's my
Great stuff. So you got involved. You've been studying media at university. So the YourThurrock.com idea gave it away a little bit, I think. So what was your first story?
My first story, it must have been the blog really about the cling film. Then I moved on to a blog about mood movers and people who suck the fun out of Thurrock. And then I think my first ever clip was, Gable Hall. I think I went there. It was like my old school, so it was really strange going back and filming your teachers. I had to interview my head teacher. That was really weird. I was like, wow, you know me. It's great.
We're talking to Lucy Chipperfield from YourThurrock.com. Coming up very shortly, we're going to be talking about the mood hoovers. I love that name. I'm going to use that forever and ever. Talking to Lucy, we're going to be back very shortly. So thank you for spending time with us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit more about the website, how it's adapted over since you've joined YourThurrock.com, how it's progressed, how it's adapted, because it also covers not just Thurrock, it covers a lot of other areas, doesn't it? If an event takes place and it's of interest, YourThurrock.com are there.
Definitely, we're always there.
Is there any guidelines that you can? If it's an interesting story, it goes onto the site. Is there any sort of area that you don't cover, or is it?
No, we dig deep in everything and go into every nook and cranny and find out whatever we can from Thurrock. It's got so much to offer, and I'm so glad to be a part of it because it's an amazing opportunity just to publicise local events, local businesses, groups, and stuff.
Anyone that's involved, or anyone that wants to get involved, what do you think it brings to that person? What experience can they get out?
It's amazing. From a personal experience, I've gone on, it's like an adventure every day. No day is the same now in Lucy's world. I'd like get a phone call, it's like go there, I'm like, okay, I went to a badminton like celebration, almost gave it away because I mentioned Sarah Prize or something else from Your Thurrock to the man who it was meant to be. It was awful. And no, sports halls had this horrible echoing tendency. So it was all I was like, oh no, but surprisingly he didn't realise I didn't give it away. But you do go on so many things and it's amazing. Yeah.
Now you studied media at university. Now when you're talking to people, are you looking for a story then? Because I tend to do that as a radio presenter. I tend to, when I'm talking to people, if I'm walking around, I'm constantly looking for stories, or what can I make of that sort of topic? Do you do the same, and how do you make that into a story, you personally?
I do that all the time, but work I sit there and I'm like, politics of tea making. And also I sit there and watch EastEnders and I look at the way they edit things. And my mum, like my sister and dad, they're just like, shut up Lucy. And I was like, oh but look at that, there's edit there, look. But,
so what sort of area wouldn't you get involved with? I mean, I know the website covers communities, crime, education, etc. What areas do you not get involved in? Is it areas that you don't really sort of understand, or do you research heavily?
Really, we just do everything. I don't think we sort of encourage anything to come onto our website because we want it to grow and become bigger, and we want everything that's covered. The worst thing we want is to let a story go and not cover it, because that means that we sort of failed in a way, but we just cover everything we can get our hands on.
Tell me about the team. How big is the team now?
Well, it's made up of full-time journalists and filmmakers, bloggers, Sylvia Kent, about it, all historian maybe.
Yep.
And then it's Michael Casey's wife, she's kind of the common sense department, I've been told. And it's all of that business, and we all sort of work together and we all make this website just as it is, and it's growing and growing and growing. More people are getting involved, lots of students now getting involved with the blogging side. Yep. It's just a good expression and a great experience, especially for a student and stuff like that.
Where do you see YourThurrock.com going? Do you think it's going to become bigger? Because by naming it YourThurrock.com, it tends to, purely almost give you the impression that it is purely for Thurrock.
Yeah.
However, and you get this with radio stations as well. Sort of like Basildon Radio or something. Yeah. People think that you can only tune in if you're coming into Basildon. Yeah. Do you think eventually YourThurrock.com is going to become sort of this big media organisation that's going to grow and grow and grow and eventually become sort of national?
I hope so. Because at the moment we've realised that we're getting hits from China. And because especially diversity, the dance group. Michael Casey, I think, got interviewed by Tokyo Morning Radio or television programme about diversity, and it was really crazy. So we're getting hits, like even in Sydney, Belarus, I think we've got some, and we got 165,000 hits in March.
Wow!
So and so it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The more people I'm telling, no one really knows what it is until I go and say, go on, go click on that. And then they do, and then our hits are getting bigger, the people are just clicking away the world.
Do you aim for sort of Joe Public to the celebrities, or is there certain areas that you think, well, no, that doesn't really make a story, that's not going to be, the local, homemade marmalade fame or something like that? Would you sort of cover that? Is there certain limits that or do you aim for the big stories, the big celebs? How does it work?
I would certainly want to go to the marmalade place.
So would I.
I know David Van Day, is that his name?
What, from Dollar?
Yes, he's on our website. He got interviewed by Michael Casey. Yeah, I asked him if he got into an autograph. He said no.
So where do you go with your journalistic skills? Where are you taking all this?
Oh, I'm hoping it's all going to add up, and we're going to do Your Thurrock more, make it grow even more, do a Your Basildon. Why not? We can knock that one.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And just make the website as good as it can possibly be. It's only been a year, and we've achieved so much already. So I can only imagine what they're achieving our next year.
So what's the next big event for you? You mentioned that you're tracking through Thurrock. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I got a phone call by Michael Casey, and he's got this idea that we'll walk from one side of Thurrock to the other side and see how many people we can interview. And I'm thinking, because it's our birthday coming up, we can see how many birthday messages we can get. So it might happen. So if you see us sort of walking randomly across Thurrock, come and say hello.
And how many days are you going to do that for?
One? Maybe two?
A decent pair of trainers, I think,
yes,
as well. So, well, thank you for coming in. Thanks for coming along and speaking to Gateway FM. It's been an interesting topic to discuss, to see sort of the workings behind an ever-growing website. Absolutely brilliant. Do make sure you check out YourThurrock.com. I've got loads of stuff on there. We're on there. I'm on there, looking slightly bald yet again. So do make sure you come along. Lucy, thanks for coming along and speaking to us, and best of luck, and say hello to Michael for me, and we'll catch up with you again soon.